Well, happy Thursday. Al here with more Empyrion Galactic Survival. So, yeah, today what we're doing, as you can see, I'm just gathering a couple little of the resources along the way. But I'm actually heading back over to the escape pod, because we're going to go ahead and recover that beast today. I've found that so far with this playthrough, it's been interesting. Not a bad kind of interesting, just interesting. Some of the changes that they've made when we start talking about the leveling and we talk about the way that the tier system works now, and you have your schematics that you have to unlock. I have to say, while, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it at the beginning, it is kind of growing on me. I'm finding that it is making me approach the game a lot differently than the way that I would normally have done so. Yeah, I can't say this is a bad thing. It's definitely different. And I think that if you had not played through the game before, where everything was unlocked at the beginning, you would probably make sense to you. I think the biggest drawback is the fact that, yes, I did play, and I have been playing since, you know, the first release in the early access program. And because of that, I think that's really colored my impressions of the current build. But I do think that if you give it a chance, it is actually a lot of fun. Like I said, I am finding that it is kind of different. I don't really know how to explain it entirely too well, because I am used to, and I am one of those people who favors the games that let you have access to everything very early on, and then let you get into trouble with what you can do and can't do. And I think that to me is something that I tend to enjoy a lot more, and I am going in the absolute wrong way. Doesn't that just figure? Seems to be a common occurrence of me, doesn't it? Always heading in the wrong direction. I'm sitting there going, wow, I don't remember there being this much vegetation that I can eat on the way. Alright, so let's get us back on the right direction here. We are going that way. Let's put that away so we don't drown, and it's gonna start doing the bobbing thing here. And we're gonna start heading over to the ship. So I may actually end up doing a cut, but before I do, I just wanted to take a moment to thank everybody who's been hitting that like button, all of the folks that are new and long-term subscribers, as well as everybody who's just stopped in to take a gander or leave a message on any of the videos. All of the interaction is greatly appreciated. It continues to amaze me and astonish me as to just how many people are actually enjoying the content, let alone watching the content. So yeah, I just, thank you, seriously, you know, all jokes aside. I do appreciate it, and just want to let you folks know that how much I do appreciate it. With that said, I will be doing a live stream this Friday. I am thinking what I will be doing for the live stream is the cargo ship build from last season. We're going to go ahead and see if we can finish that off during the live stream. So I'm going to be spending, or I have been spending all this week, basically gathering all of the resources that I can for that build. And then once that cargo vessel is done, what we will do is next week, maybe this coming weekend, or maybe next week, I'm not sure which yet, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and just dry harvest the entire solar system for the CV build. So I'm looking at probably close to 10 hours, maybe 12 hours of harvesting for the CV, and we're just gonna decimate all of the planets, just strip every piece of resource that we can find, and we'll take it from there. I'm hoping that I don't run into a situation where the resources are not where they're supposed to be, because there's still a very large portion of that playthrough that I haven't actually uncovered as far as resources go. So it's supposed to be any resources that you haven't discovered, when you do discover them, they'll be fine. It's just the existing resources that have already been uncovered may not be where they were supposed to. But because my tendency in that particular build and playthrough was to locust strip everything, because I just went in and I would gut entire planets if I was looking for iron, you know. So what we'll do is, hopefully, like I said, the the new resources that we uncover will be where they're supposed to be, and if so, I'll be able to finish that build. If not, I will do a quick update to let everybody know what's going on with that build, because it means I will have to port that over into creative mode in order to finish. And as you know, that's something I don't want to do. I want to show that you can build these ridiculously outlandish things in survival mode. You just have to take the time and spend the energy to do it. So yeah, and we are almost back to the escape pod, so I was actually able to fill that time. So I'm not going to do the cut. We're just going to go ahead and run our butts over there, or in this case, jetpack for portions of it. Oh, that was almost dangerous. Okay, let's see. Come on, let me pick it up. Thank you. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go add a couple of thrusters to the escape pod. I've got enough to add 2 to each facing, so that we'll have 2 for lift, 2 for drop, or roll, however you want to look at it, and then one set of 2 for each of the XY sets. So we'll have 2 on the port, 2 on starboard, 2 to 4, and 2 to aft. I am not planning on actually putting both of the ones on aft, simply because of the fact that when we get it back to the base, I'm going to be pulling those thrusters out anyway. So I don't really want to expend the energy to reform or to recreate those thrusters. It's just, you know, being lazy. Because I did find out so we have hydrogen and Promethean as power sources now, right? Hydrogen gives you half the power output of Promethean for the same amount of input resource. Because of the fact that it takes so much energy to refine the Promethean, because you have to mine the ore, which requires a resource. You have to refine that ore into pellets, which requires more energy, and then you have to refine the pellets into the Promethean cell. But because you get twice the energy from it, or even though you get twice the energy from it, it actually works out to about the same cost overall energy-wise to produce per unit of energy generated. Because of that, I'm thinking that the hydrogen really is the way to go. However, there's one catch to this. You cannot use the hydrogen fuel packs in your hydrogen generator, or in your water or oxygen generators. You have to use the Promethean power cells. Hi, how you doing? You just wanted to come over and say hello? Alright, maybe I shouldn't tell him I eat his brothers, you know, so okay. Let's go ahead and throw some power in this thing. Oh, come back here, come back here. We do not, oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna get it. This is going to be entertaining. So one of the things that I am going to do, before I do that, we don't want to destroy our goods. Okay, so let's get all this stuff out of here. We're going to take these off, because the cargo boxes that are on by default are something like 3 or 4 times the mass, and you only get about 1/3 of the storage. So we're going to take those out. Come on. There we go. And we will replace them when we get back to base, but for now we're going to leave them out just so I can get the thrusters in here. I'm thinking I'm going to put 1 thruster here where this rounded edge is. Actually, I may put it here and to help block off the fuel cell a little bit. We'll see how that actually ends up playing out. Come on. Wow. I forgot how tough those cells were. We're going to fix this thing up a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time on the repairs. Like I said, it really is just to get us, you know, back and running. One of the things that they have changed is the depth at which the remove and repair tool work. I have not yet had it blow through to the next tile. So it looks like it now only hits the tile that you're impacting unless you then reactivate the tool. Now if you keep shooting, it probably does carry through, but as long as you don't fire past the block being destroyed, let me make sure there isn't anything in that, you should not be getting damage carry through like you used to. Since it doesn't require power to do it, while we're waiting for it to reload. Okay. And we'll go and finish this off. Alright, so now that we've gotten that taken care of, where do I want to put the thruster on this side? Because where I put it... Where I put it on one side, I want to put it on the other side for the symmetric thrust factor. But because I'm putting 2 of them on here, so that's 2 behind. So if we go 2 behind this one, it's 1, 2, so this thing is actually blocking. I may remove the O2 generator. So what I'm thinking is maybe replace the O2 generator. Or move it back here, because why is that? So we have 1, that's 2 blocks there, right? And then 2 more for the 4 set. Let's go ahead and eat something while we're figuring this out. So 1, 2, so yeah, I guess if we take it back 3, that would be fine. So we'll take out this one. So we're going to take that out, and then we said 3 back, right? So this one. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a light. Okay. So I think we're going to have an exposed light on both sides. And then we will replace the... So, yeah, we've exposed the light. Okay. That's actually kind of cool. Actually, I was tempted to take it, to take the next one back out and leave that open so that we actually have the light there. But what we were going to do, so we're going to head and we have the thruster there. We have the thruster there. Okay, and then flip that twice on the axis. One there, one there. Okay, so that's the 2 for the sides. The lift is the one that we're going to run into the problem with, because I actually need to remove a couple of these things here. Alright, so make sure all of this is actually repaired. I am going to remove the core. I'm going to relocate that. Simply because of the fact that I don't like having the core exposed, and with where it's at, it is way, way too vulnerable. I actually should have brought... Did I bring the core with me? No. I was hoping I actually had brought the core, because what I would do is I would actually remove... I can remove that block. But with what we're planning to do right now... Because what I would have done is... Oops. Remove the block, put the RCS unit on top of it. Because I can still... I can dead stick this thing if I have to. It's the using it for everything else that's the problem. So go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's the 2, that's 1. I'm going to take the ridge line off of this thing. Let's go ahead and finish eating. Do I have any more? Yeah, I do have a bit more. Let's go ahead and grab. So the aqua fruit is actually really good. Ever since they added in the health and food values to it, I'm really liking it as a food supply now. But yeah, let's take this out. Okay. Repair some of this up. And we are going to do this one here, I think. But see, the damage does not carry through anymore, so yeah. It does look like they finally addressed that. That's good. So we have the 2 pushing down, 2 to port and starboard, and we just need the 2 on the front. Alright, so now we take out that block. And it's on, what, the surface? On the, yeah, there we go. Take that one out. We are going to take same one on this side. Alright, And that leaves us 2 for lift, which is a good thing. We will come back and take out some of the, probably the one off to the either side. And I have some guns being made, so we'll mount those on here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet. Maybe on the top here on the other side of the cockpit. So what we do need to do is find a spot to mount the lift engines. How about right here on both sides? Because if we put them there, that gives us a solid block, and this will hopefully get us in a position where we can which way is this thing facing here? Is that right? Yes, okay. So we'll go ahead and place that one, place the last one, and this should, in theory, be the ship replaced. Okay. There we go. And we have flight control. That's awesome. Okay. This little beast is a little maneuverable this time. I wasn't expecting that. So one of the other things that I did do is I brought some landing gear over so that we can place these things, hopefully before it drops on my head and squishes me flat. Sure, we'll put that one there and that one there. Are those right? Yes. Okay, so those are in the right place. And while we're here, let's see if we can repair all this stuff really quick. Anything else over here damaged? So we have some light. We have some more light. I need to put... Did I bring enough? Did I bring any blocks? No, I didn't. Okay, so I don't have any blocks to backfill, but that's okay. This is fine. This works for what we need it for. And we have a powered ship. So let me go ahead and put some more energy in this thing. Like I said, with the hydrogen producing slightly less power because you do go through the fuel cells a little bit faster, it balances itself out overall over time. So how are we looking here? It does not want to rotate, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Do I not have roll mapped? Oh no, I do have roll mapped, but it's interesting. I will have to play with the thruster balance. It looks like I may need to add a few more thrusters to this thing to make it work quite the way I want it to. We will see. I think that'll be next time. We may do a little bit of tweaking on this thing and just see what we can do with it. Because see, that is not wanting to roll that way, so it might be something with my control map again. So let's just go ahead and get this beast down to where we can actually do something with it. There we go. And kill the power. And we have recovered our ship. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call that here. Like I said, I do have some guns I'll throw on this thing, so I'll keep working on the ship off camera. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't done so already, I do ask you to consider subscribing. The normal spiel. Everyone likes to see the subscription count grow, but it is appreciated because it does actually help the channel. Not only does it help the channel grow, but it also keeps you informed with when I release new content, or if I happen to go live on either Twitch or YouTube. So in that case, I am out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic Thursday and that your Friday shapes up to be even better as we come into this new weekend. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to throw them into the comment section below each of the videos. I do my best to respond in a timely manner, but there's, the nature of the beast. Sometimes I do run out of time, so if I don't get back to your comment, it's nothing personal. I just really did run out of time. And being out of time, I am out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there.